Welcome to Heartland Arms, where skill, safety, and training all come together for you. I'm Michael, and today we just have our demos here. So we just have our this is our BB or pellet, and this is just our rubber gun, just so we have something on here to show. Today we're going to cover distances. Every gun has a sweet spot. It's a range where it performs the best. Whether you're using a handgun at close range, shotgun for mid-range, rifle for long distance shooting, understanding the differences and learning to improve your shooting at that distance will help you understand what you're going to be shooting, what you can expect. It's basically choosing the right tool for the job. Now, I do consider a lot of firearms tools. They're used just like a screwdriver, and I have different options. Flatheads, Phillips. When I need that tool to unscrew something, I will do something like that. These are tools that are mostly used for self-defense. Now, I like to, know how to use these tools. Welders have tools. They have to learn how to weld. So that's part of the education here. So when you're dealing with these type of tools, and it's a firearm, understanding that what we have here, so you have a handgun. Now, close range is anywhere from 0 to 25 yards. Okay? 25 yards is about the limit for close range. This is best for shotguns and handguns, and I would argue some carbines. So carbine would fit in that same category there. Now, close range is considered anything from point blank to about 25 yards. Now, my point blank on a pistol or a handgun is a lot closer than it would be for a shotgun or a carbine. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. But this close range is where your handguns are going to shine, especially some very compact and even some full-size pistols will get you in this range. This is ideal for self-defense situation, for home defense, or any kind of close-quarter training. Now, if you notice, if I'm holding this, I'm holding like this, okay? Now, this is pointed down, so this is considered low ready. So you just push out to get to where you need to be. Now, our cameras are up a little higher, so that would be straight on for me, even though it looks down for you guys. Okay? Now, anytime you're handling these, make sure you want to put down. You never want to be like this, because I don't know where that round is going to go if it goes off. So I would rather it hit the ground and lose all the energy hitting the ground, and that's why you always keep it kind of down. Now, handguns are great for self-defense and when you're in tight spaces, okay? They're good for home protection scenarios. So if you need something for, home protection, this would be good for you. It's also really good for open carry and concealed carry. So generally something like this is going to be on a holster on your side. You can see I have this one in a holster. So this would just go right on my side, whether it's concealed carry or open carry. If you want something that's easy to handle, quick to aim, and capable of delivering some accurate follow-up shots, handgun, definitely way you go. Shotguns or a carbine, A shotgun will offer a little bit more spread and stopping power. Handguns provide a little more control and speed. Carbine is going to be in that little sweet spot as well. So always keep that in mind as well. And then you get into the mid-range, okay? Now, mid-range is going to be from 25 to 100 yards, roughly. That, I know you could get shotgun and carbine in that short range, but the handguns will shine over that. And when you get in the mid-range, it's time to probably put the handgun away. And that's where you're going to go into just strictly carbines or shotguns. They're great for a mid-range, mid-range. So you have pistol calibers. You have lightweight rifles like the AR-15. That's when these are going to come into play. Now, you could also get shotgun with slugs. These can be very effective at this range too. They offer a solid penetration and accuracy when you go through it. So this sweet spot is going to be really good for defensive carbine. So when they're just out of that range, but they could still be a threat. Maybe they have a firearm as well. And this is where, if they have a firearm and they have a handgun, so they're coming, someone broke in your house, they're coming with a handgun, and you have a carbine. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to wait till they get, close enough to be in good, accurate range with that handgun. I might want to use my carbine and get that defensive out in front. It's great for competition and sport shooting. Hunting medium game would be in this range as well. I would also recommend practice drills involving shot placement, transitions, so moving from one target to another. Those are all pretty good to do. Now, pistol caliber carbines, this is what we call PCCs. They're generally chambered in 9mm, 40 caliber. You get them in 22s, 223, 556, which is the AR-15, and you get them all the way to a 30-30, 38, 357 in lever action. They all fit well in this category here. They do balance recoil and control for better accuracy over a handgun at this distance. So if someone's breaking your house and they're 26 yards away, I would feel more comfortable, and if they had a handgun, I'm going to feel more comfortable being able to be accurate with a carbine or even a shotgun at that range. That way I know I have the advantage in that situation. So that's kind of where you're going there. Now we're going to start getting into the long range, okay? So long range is going to be 100 yards to 300 plus yards, okay? This is going to be where you want to be in your rifles. So bolt action semi-automatic rifle, this is going to be kind of your sweet spot here. So for long range shooting, you want a dedicated rifle platform. Now this could be a AR-15 with a longer barrel. So make sure, because that longer barrel means you're going to be more of a precise shot. So that's your precision. Your AR-10 bolt action rifles or your hunting rifles. So that would be calibers like your 308, your 6.5 Creedmoor, your 30-06, and they're generally some of those are going to be your larger rounds. Now, what you're doing at this range is you're generally going to be hunting large game. You're generally going to be doing some precision shooting or some marksman training or long-range steel target shooting. We're starting to reach out to touch someone here. At these ranges, it's the ballistics that matter more than a lot of other shorter ranges, okay? So this one you'll need to account for your bullet drop, wind, barrel stability. Optics are going to be key when you're getting into this range. Now, iron sights can work, but a good quality scope will give you better results anything beyond 100 yards. And I will tell you, you can buy a firearm if you're going to get a very good, some good optics or a good scope. Scopes can easily cost more than the firearm you're shooting. And sometimes you could buy 2 or 3 firearms for one good scope. So kind of keep that in mind when you're going through there. So it's key for those optics when you're starting to get 200, 300 yards out. So, kind of what you're looking for. So when it comes to shooting distances, it's not just about how far you're shooting. You have to consider your purpose on what you're trying to do. Okay, so let's be honest. You can use a rifle for defense, but that's your go-to for defense is going to be your handgun, short barrel rifle, a carbine. I'm not. If someone's 300 yards away, unless they have a sniper rifle, that's probably not a defense situation. So that's just not going to go there. For home defense, or maybe you're on a ranch, that might be where you want to be. Maybe have a carbine, a shotgun. That gives you a little bit more reach, maybe a little more versatility. I'm not going to try and run up to a coyote with a handgun and hope I could shoot him when he's that close. Those things can get a little squirrely. They can get pretty quick, and you can get bit. So that's where I want a little distance, you know. If you're going to be hunting or doing some precision shooting, that's where I would recommend getting a bolt-action rifle, semi-automatic rifle, something that's built for accuracy at longer ranges. And then, of course, if you're looking at training and you just want to practice, 22s are cheap. They're low recoil. You could get them in rifles, handguns. You get them in PCCs or the carbines. They're great for a learning mechanic there. So if you're teaching a kid or you're learning for yourself, 22s are a great starting point. Could you use a 22 for defense? Yes. Is it recommended? Not really. That's good for training and practice. If you're a really good shot, maybe. I'm not going to say don't, but I'm saying you have to look at what's best for your option there as well. Now, having the right tool for the distance helps you get a little more confident and be able to shoot a little safer in that situation. It also builds a good foundation for any kind of future training. So understanding, okay, this is why I want this tool, then get the tool that's designed for that job. It gets kind of crazy when you can get firearms that shoot out half a mile. And when you're going to do that, I would really suggest training with it and learning. So understanding your shooting distances, that helps you make better choices, train smarter, and stay safer with what you're doing. So whether you're practicing on the range, preparing for some self-defense, you're heading into the field, you're going to do some hunting, you're gearing up for some marksman training, Pick the firearm that fits your need and the distance. One of the smartest tips that you could take, or one of the best steps you could take, is picking that right tool. So make sure you like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook, all our social medias, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, our channels on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify. That helps get this material out for everybody, so they can educate, train, and learn for themselves. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. And keep in mind that no matter your experience, you always want to keep learning. You want to stay safe at all times, and you never know. You always want to be ready. Thanks for joining us on Heartland Arms. We'll catch you on the next episode.